Hi, everyone. I'm Rushi. I'm a senior studying data science. I'm a part of the Futurist SCET class here at Berkeley, and this is our interview of an entrepreneur for the midterm project. So, Anish, could you just introduce yourself, where you're working, and your role at your company?
Yeah, hi, my name is Anish Gupta. I'm a senior here at Berkeley. I study CS, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of PlayVision.
Awesome. What factors in your background sort of led you to start your own venture and start PlayVision?
Yeah, growing up, I was a huge sports fan. Loved football and basketball in particular. Football, I wanted to play. I played a little bit in high school, but couldn't play anymore due to an eye surgery. So, to stay connected, I wanted to, do stuff in the analytics realm. STEM was also something I was good at, so I wanted to combine the two. And started a podcast in high school, really just detailing and breaking down draft prospects. And through that, I was able to become a scout here at Cal Football in college. And through that, I started noticing some problems with how manual uh, stat tracking was, and that's where the idea for PlayVision kind of came to be. And I actually took a SCET course, AI and sports tech. That's where I met my co-founder, and together we started working on the solution.
Awesome. It's a great way to combine, all your interests together to make a business. Could you describe the value proposition of PlayVision and like what problem
Yeah.
you're solving and how do you approach it and what's the solution that PlayVision provides?
Yeah, so PlayVision leverages AI and computer vision to produce advanced analytics for sports teams. And the value prop essentially is, for the people that we're doing this for, it's more so the teams. And within the teams, obviously, coaches are one aspect where they use our product. Uh, I think the biggest thing we've learned is that, it helps them obviously win games, but through that, it helps them advance their coaching career. So that's kind of why, a coach would want to use something like this. Not only that, the players is another avenue. With the players, it helps them build up their game, get drafted, get in the NBA, get a second contract, for instance. So that's where the value prop lies for those two people, those two sectors.
Mhm. Awesome. What's your like differentiation between other competitors and what's your competitive advantage?
Yeah, so the differentiation I think is a lot of the competitors that are out there have been established for quite some time. So like, Huddle, Synergy, these guys have been around for like 20 years. And the thing with these guys is, obviously they're trying new solutions, but it's very hard to change what you already have out there and add new things. Then your customers start getting antsy, things they don't understand. It causes this vicious cycle that, not a lot of companies want to be in. So with us, we already kind of started on new trends, new stuff that, especially in the AI and computer vision space over the last 5 to 10 years, has really helped us. It's been a good time for us to go. And then not only that, our domain expertise. So I'm in the
Mhm.
scouting space. My CMO is a grad assistant for Cal basketball. So we know the space well. We're actually working on something that would help ourselves, right? Like we've seen this problem firsthand. So that's why we can relate to a lot of the guys that we reach out to. It's been really good conversations with potential customers that we've been doing. And that's what's led us to, have some early success so far.
Great to hear. What's your business model and like go-to-market strategy for PlayVision?
Yeah, so I think the business model in and of itself is that we have an intuitive platform that these guys would use. Right now, we are in a limited feature beta stage where we're offering a few stats, and that allows teams that we work with to give us feedback on it. So we're learning from them as much as they're kind of using us, which has been great. And in terms of go to market, I mean, a lot of it has just been again leveraging the connections that we have. It's been a series of maybe cold emailing, and again, the fact that we can relate to these things has made it very simple. We know the stuff that they're using already, so they don't have to explain it to us. We also know how it can be optimized. So when we bring up stuff, they already say, "Oh, we're already trying to work on that," or "Oh, that would definitely help." So it makes it really easy to kind of go forward.
That's great. That's great. What would you say is the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur?
I think the hardest thing is maybe I think listening to other opinions and keeping going forward, trying to balance feedback from different people, especially when you're an early stage company, especially and as a first time founder, it's, you just learn so much new stuff every day. So it's really hard to find a bad thing about it. I think if you look at everything in a positive light, things just, seem to always either work out in the end or help you. I've heard from a lot of people that are in my network, just like, you know, first startup or even all startups are just a series of failures, and it's just how you adapt to it. So even the ones that succeed had to go different ways. It's not just a straight path. It's about, kind of navigating the windy turns of a road. And yeah, that's, I think, what I would say is, maybe the hardest thing, but again, still just a great thing to have.
Definitely, definitely. I think for our last question, could you just go over like some lessons you've learned and what would you tell to other young entrepreneurs if you could do it all over again?
Yeah, so some lessons I've learned is, I think there's so many, so it's hard to really pinpoint any one specific, but uh, I think it's like, keep your eyes and ears open. Never. One thing I've really learned is don't fall in love with or fall in love with the problem, not the solution. So in the sense that, your solution, obviously you're going to think it's the greatest, and people may think it is, or people may think it's not. But the problem is the essential part. That's the thing you need to focus on, so you can solve it in different ways. Or why is this problem so important? That's a big lesson I think that people should learn.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anish. That's all the questions we have. Yeah, it's great to hear your experience at PlayVision.
Cool. Thanks.